Here's another one. I call this the Stinger Magnum. It's Magnum because it's 3/8 thick. It doesn't actually look super thick because the spine's completely rounded. And I polished the spine. Left the flats at a 36 grit, and then polished the bevels. And it's got this stinger point. Problem with a decent finish is it's really hard to photograph. It's even hard to get on video sometimes. That's 28¼ inches overall. The handle is all paracord. So we have gold underneath. And I don't know how much color we're picking up on the camera. It's burgundy over top. It's not gutted for the knots. We have a 2-strand here and a 3-strand on this one. It's gutted on the overwrap. And I did want to record this on video before I forget. On a conventional wrap, you'll have the 2 strands coming around, and you do left over right, right over left, left over right, and you give them a twist as you go over. Now, because we wanted a particular color here, I couldn't get the overwrap for any reasonable price. Would have been almost half the price of the sword just for the material. So we found the right color in paracord and I gutted it, but then to get the right width I needed to use 2 strands on each side instead of 1 strand per side. And if you just twist them, you get really offensive nodules coming over here. Yeah, you should be able to index on them, but they shouldn't be super painful, which they were. So instead of twisting, as I came over and crossed, I crossed the top over the bottom one and the top over the bottom one. So it's actually pretty smooth. Noticeable, but not super painful. I really like it. It's pretty, I'd say, labor intensive. It's not quite labor intensive, it just takes a long time because you have to keep all these strands sorted out. You need a lot of room for all this cord that's all over the place. We got 2 strands coming around each side. You have to try and keep it from getting all tangled up. And of course the epoxy. So it takes time, but it's not difficult work. I ended up watching Dune, or listening to Dune, and having it on when I looked up, and then another movie after that, so it took like 4 hours to do the wrap. But it's easy work, and it's not dirty either. I like it. I think I would do this again. For comparison. There you have it, 5160. That's 2 pounds, 11.3 ounces. I kind of see this as a neat little hunting sword, maybe for wild boar. Balance point. Stinger Magnum.